Hi guys. So welcome to yet another episode of live Q&A questions for my Facebook group, Instagram, and really all of just my followers. I try to do a live Q&A session once every week. And this week, my messages have been blowing up. As you guys know, I was away all last week for 7 days. I did a 5-day water only fast, which is something that I do annually every year for the last, quite a few years. And so last week was my 5-day water only fast, and I documented it all on my private Facebook group as well as on my Instagram. And it has just been busy with messages and questions and why and how and where and all of this stuff. So today I wanted to take the time to really answer all of those questions, take a deep dive into the whole fasting process that I do every year, and really just to kind of give you guys information on what it is, and then where you can also go to do the same thing. So stay tuned for the rest of the conversation. But let's get started with fasting. Fasting has been in my culture for thousands of years. And really, if I think back, I mean, fasting is in pretty much every religion, every culture out there. There's some shape, form of fasting, and really it is just there because it is healing. It has so many benefits. It's just a really, really amazing thing for the body and the mind. So, fasting has been in cultures for thousands of years. Science is just again starting to pick it up in the form of extended water only fasting, intermittent fasting, things like that. But I have been in the functional medicine space for at least 10 to 15 years. I've been working in this field for a very long time, and I have been promoting fasting for just as long as I've been in this field. And it is a big part of my life. It is a big part of my training, but it's also a big part of what I have my patients do when they come to me. I have so many patients that come to me with chronic illnesses, debilitating illnesses. They're on multiple medications, and fasting is a big, big part of my treatment protocol. In fact, I believe in it so much that a few years ago, about 7 years ago or so, when I really had a very, very chronic illness and was suffering from adrenal fatigue, chronic fatigue, I mean, just the whole 9 yards, fibromyalgia, I just went on a 7-day water only fast. And I literally walked out of there a completely different human being, completely different. Even despite using all the tools in my toolkit, from the functional medicine space, from the physical therapy space, conventional medicine space, some of the best and most world-renowned naturopathic doctors, osteopathic doctors, chiropractors, they're my colleagues, they're my dear, dear friends. But ultimately, I just decided to go on a water-only fast, and it was a game changer. And it completely gave me back my health. In fact, I feel like it really has reversed my aging. If you go to the page, to my page, any of my Instagram or Facebook page, group, you will see that I just last week posted a picture of the first time when I checked into my 7-day water only fast. And then I checked in to this last week and the water only fast. And there is a night and day difference in the years of picture, where it's so much younger, so much healthier. So definitely a big proponent of fasting, which is why I go every year. And so today I'm going to fill you guys in on where, the why, the how to do it, what we're going to do. So let's get started. So the reason I fast is because it has many, many benefits, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of a very quick breakdown. My Instagram page, as well as my private Facebook group, has videos every day of what happens when you fast. But very quickly, 17 hours, you get autophagy. All the dead cells are taken out of the body, senescent cells, useless cells, things that are just need to be cleared out, toxins and excess glucose, fat, all this stuff. Autophagy happens and all that stuff is taken out. By 24 hours, you get a complete gut reset. So your gut starts resetting, and that really, starts easing all these inflammatory issues, bowel issues. 24 hours of fasting every week resets your gut. 36 hours, you start seeing some really good amounts of weight loss, which is really beneficial for people that are trying to get weight loss. So 36 hours, you start seeing weight loss. And then at 72 hours, it resets your entire immune system, which is a pretty big deal, especially if you're suffering from a chronic illness, if you have inflammatory issues. I mean, you're really resetting the entire immune system. So that's a really, really plus of getting to 72 hours. 96 hours and beyond, so especially 96 hours, 120 hours, you are getting stem cell production. Human growth hormone production goes up, stem cell production goes up. So you really, really start getting some massive benefits for your body, especially if you have any kind of old injury. I talked about this in my groups, but I had this nagging hamstring injury that's been bothering me for a couple of years and gets better and then kind of comes back again. And I'm really active. I love to work out, so it's been bothering me. So that was another reason I wanted to go 120 hours this time, which is 5 days. Fasting helps decrease inflammation. Like I said, I had, years ago, history of some chronic illnesses and constant inflammation. My inflammatory markers were probably quadruple what they were supposed to be. Went on a fast, have had normal inflammatory markers since then. It definitely decreases blood pressure. Not something that I was looking for, but people that were there, people that I've seen over the years, I mean, dramatically decreases your blood pressure. Most patients, after they do extended water-only fasts, they are able to get off blood pressure medications, diabetes medication. It gets you very, very insulin sensitive, which is what you want, because your body just should need a little amount of insulin to be able to do the kind of work that it needs to do. And so really makes you insulin sensitive versus insulin resistance. And then it helps with gut issues, like I said, food sensitivities, resetting your gut, especially if you're, getting older. And I hear, a lot of women complain, well, now I can't tolerate this, or now I can't tolerate that. And they're very surprised that all these now allergies and sensitivities to food are coming into the picture here in midlife. And that's because of your gut. That's because, you have a leaky gut. And so now, as you do more of these fasting, they really start kind of healing up those pores and, open junctions and things like that. And then weight loss, like I said, again, not something that I was looking for, but it's an added benefit. You go into ketosis, body starts using all that stored fat around organs, around the belly, around the hips, and really has some good benefits there. And for me too, I really like to balance my hormones. At this point, if I feel like I'm perimenopausal, then I really love to just balance all my hormones, not just sex hormones, not just estradiol, progesterone, testosterone, but even insulin, even cortisol, thyroid hormones. All of those things definitely need some balancing. So, definitely a lot of these benefits with fasting. And then big time skin rejuvenation, cell turnover. I mean, my face has been glowing, my nails are glowing, my hair obviously feels a lot more shiny and things like that post fast. So a lot of benefits. Last time when I did it years ago and I did the 7-day one, my hair was so long after that. So definitely a lot of benefits that comes with fasting, and just cell turnover, right? Skin and everything is glowing. So now the more important question that everyone's been asking, and where to go, what to do. So years ago, like I said, I've been practicing functional medicine for a very long time, and this has been in my culture for years. So I talked to some of my colleagues, and they recommended obviously 2 places. The True North Center, which is in California, is one of the main centers, and they do really extended water-only fasting, especially for people who are very sick and things like that. And a little further from me, from the East Coast, but then down in West Palm Beach, it's actually Deerfield Beach, Florida, is Balance for Life. And so that's where I went years ago, and that's where I went again this time. But I do an annual water-only fast anywhere from 5 to 7 days every year. It's always around March, April. So this time again, I went back to Balance for Life and had a phenomenal experience. It is under the medical supervision of Dr. Frank Sabatino, whose work I have followed for over 10 years. I mean, Dr. Sabatino, in my opinion, is the guru when it comes to calorie restriction, water-only fasting, plant-based eating. He follows a completely SOS-free diet, which is sugar, oil, and salt-free diet. And it is just a wonderful retreat. Dr. Sabatino is a chiropractic physician, but he also has a PhD in cell biology and neuroendocrinology. And so he monitors everyone. I think there was maybe there was 3 of us that did water only. I believe there was 4 people that probably did just juicing, and then there was maybe 3 or 4 people that did the SOS free, which is the sugar, oil, and salt free. And everything is included in your stay because it is the most breathtaking location. If you've seen my videos from this past week, on the beach, sunrise, sunset, like just stunning setting, especially when, in my case, like I'm fasting 5 days, it is so difficult and it really softens the blow. So includes all your stay, includes classes every day with Dr. Sabatino, other professionals, includes yoga, meditation in the afternoon, pool classes if you're, not water only fasting, movies in the evening, includes all of that, but also includes, like, if you're juicing, it includes the juices. If you're doing the SOS free diet, includes all of that. And so I was there for 7 days again, and I fasted for 5 days, and then the last 2 days are refeeding days. So really, really a wonderful program. And Dr. Sabatino has written books on calorie restriction, stress, and aging. I think he's like 74 years old, and he looks phenomenal for his age. He's done, written many major scientific papers in some of the most respected journals for cell biology, endocrinology, neuroscience. He's also written so many articles for different magazines for healthy weight loss, women's hormones, stress management, addiction, anti-aging. So really, this is the guy. If you're going to do, a juice cleanse, a water only fast, or if you're going to do even a very holistic plant-based vegan diet, this is the place you need to be. So this is where I went. I got a lot of questions over the week. Where did you go? Give us information. So, but I have exciting news that this September, I'm going to be taking a group of people down to West Palm Beach with me, and under the care of Dr. Sabatino, we are going to do a retreat sometime in mid-September. So join my Facebook group or follow my Instagram. But we are going to be taking your health and taking it in your control, taking it in your hands. If you have any issues, from weight issues, diabetes, high blood pressure. There was 2 people this time that had been recently diagnosed with breast cancer that were at the retreat. I mean, if you really are a person who is dedicated, who wants to take control of your own health, then this is a place you need to go. So mid-September, I'm going to be taking my network of people, my patients, my clientele, and just a whole bunch of people down to Deerfield Beach in West. It's like West Palm Beach, and we'll be doing this retreat. So stay tuned. It's really, really doable. When I went the first time, I had no experience in fasting. I was, in fact, the kind of person that needs 5 meals a day and needs to eat very quickly because I get hangry and things like that. I mean, I just went there and was there for, about a week, and I just did this water only fast. And even this time, I was there exactly for a week. It was definitely tough this time, but I just know that the benefits are so innumerable. And it just helps me so much with all of my very minor, I don't really have any health issues per se, knock on wood, but it helps me with all of that because I really focus on longevity. That's why my program, my business, everything is healing chronic illness and longevity. I don't just believe in healing a chronic illness, but I believe in longevity, which is what I practice, is longevity, because I want to be 100 years old and be extremely healthy than to just be 80 years old and very, very sick. So really, really focusing on longevity is my focus, which is why I do it. But if you decided to work with me or come down for this retreat and you're looking to heal some illnesses, you're looking to get off, prescription medications, you just haven't gotten some answers for medical issues, and you decide to do this, and this becomes a way of life for you, because that is what is longevity. So stay tuned. Follow me and send out any DMs or any messages you like. I like to respond right away if I can. But mid-September, we will be hosting another one down in Florida for really people to reclaim their health. which is my goal in life. So I hope that answers a lot of your questions. Put any more questions down in the comments if you have any, and I will be glad to answer some more. And I hope to see you in September.